Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James. I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. Before we get into today's video, remember that life is not happening to you, but happening through you. When you become the change you seek to experience, you're going to experience that change everywhere you go. You are showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. And you're creating your reality on a moment-to-moment basis, contingent on the meaning and the value that you assign to the things occurring around you. All right. So today's video, I made the title, "The Treatment That You Accept Is What You Believe About Yourself." Okay. This is a very sensitive topic. So I'm gonna I'm gonna approach this from a few different angles. Okay. And this video is not planned, by the way. So I'm speaking freestyle just based off of some of the conversations that I've been having with people and how things are unfolding their reality. And I want to make something really, really clear about your self-image and your self-concept and the dynamics that you form with the people that are in your life. Okay. So a lot of the people that I speak to, like a lot of you that are here, are so beautiful. You're so kind. You're so loving. You are more than happy to give and just be uh, a loving person in your life, right? Now, the thing with that though is we can be loving and we can be kind and we can be considerate and we can be amazing people within ourselves. But if we don't know our value and our worth and our self image and our self concept surrounding a certain area of our life is not aligned in the way that it should be, meaning I believe in myself, I'm confident with myself, I always get the treatment that I deserve, I'm always recognized, honored, and valued. I am always able to receive commitment. My worth and value is recognized. Then what happens is you form the dynamic with the individuals in your life where you feel that you need to prove something or consistently give to be worthy of receiving. Okay. And how this forms in the dynamic is when somebody's treating you undesirable, instead of recognizing yourself, recognizing your worth, and realizing, oh, I don't have to put up with this. I'm not going to react to this. I'm not going to get angry with you. I'm not going to yell at you or try and manipulate you. I'm going to go deeper into my self-worth. I'm going to detach from this and remember who I am and show up as this version of myself, knowing that through recognizing myself, you're going to recognize me and treat me the way that I deserve. Instead of doing that, what people will do is accept the treatment and then try to change it by giving more, okay? Giving more of themselves. And what this does is it forms a dynamic at, it's okay to treat me this way. I'm still going to be here for you and you can do whatever you want to do. Okay. So, and this is not something to get mad at people for or the people that are in your life. It's just about asking yourself, do you actually know your value and your worth? Or are you more concerned with somebody choosing you, loving you, wanting to be with you than you are more concerned with really knowing what you deserve? Okay. And you can't really get mad. Again, I'm just going to be really honest here. We can't really get mad for these situations that materialize in our life because we show the world, we show people how to treat us based on what we believe and feel about ourselves. Okay. So you have to become very, very aware of the ways that you're operating in your life and in your dynamics with relationships or whatever it is that you want to create in your life. Because if your beliefs are not actually aligned, then you're going to unconsciously show up in a way where you form dynamics with people by giving too much of yourself. And in return, you're not going to be receiving what you deserve. And you're going to find yourself getting angry with that and pointing the finger at the other person. Okay. So, in order to create the relationships that you desire, it's not about obsessing over somebody or something. It's about becoming the version of yourself that can sustain that result in your life, which means you really need to know your value and your worth. You really need to make sure that you have good beliefs about relationships. You're able to assume positive intention about the people around you, but you know when to take a step back and prioritize yourself and remain non-reactive and go into your self-worth so that people can recognize you. Because when you fall into patterns of overgiving and chasing and pacifying behaviors and just thinking that throwing yourself and throwing money or throwing affection at somebody is going to be able to fix the solution, then you're going to see that you keep recreating the same cycles. It can be as simple as pulling back and recognizing, wait, if I really knew my worth and my value, would I respond to this right now? No, I wouldn't. if I really knew my worth and my value, and I believe that relationships are a consistent thing in my life, would I find myself worrying about this person, wondering when they're going to text me back? Or would I know that there's plenty of options in my life and that I could be with anybody that I want to be? And I don't have to wait for anything. I can enjoy my reality while also holding this, knowing that I could get with this person if I desire to be. Okay. So when you don't know your value and your worth, you're going to find yourself waiting. You're going to be waiting, hoping that somebody's going to change and choose you and recognize you. And you're going to be overgiving, pacifying things that are undesirable, and recreating cycles in your life where you can't even see your role in it. So it's going to feel like life is happening to you. Okay. So just be aware if there's undesirable treatment that is showing up in your reality, take a critical look at how things unfolded up until this point. Were there moments that you dishonored yourself? Were there moments where you pacified what was going on because you wanted this person's love and affection more than you were willing to honor yourself? Were you chasing after this person? Were you waiting for them? Were you putting your life on hold for them? Well, I think being loving and supportive and caring and compassionate is important. There also needs to be a component of recognizing yourself and going into your self-worth and pulling back so that you can receive. Because if you're constantly giving and chasing, then you're going to form again a dynamic with somebody where everything's constantly getting taken from you and your value and your worth is not recognized. You want to create the dynamic where it's an equal exchange, right? And that means, if you're fearing more that, oh, well, if I don't respond to this person right away, they're going to lose interest in me. If I don't do this, they're not going to love me. If I don't show up in this particular way, they're going to find somebody else. That is you not recognizing your value and worth. Okay? Because the truth is, you don't have to do anything to be worthy of love. Doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter the amount of money that you have in your bank account. None of those things actually matter. It's the quality of the individual you are. It's how well you know yourself, how you identify yourself in the world, and what you allow in as your experience and what you do not allow in as your experience. You show people how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. And that is why the main focus needs to dominantly be on the beliefs that you hold about yourself. Because if you want to create the solutions for things in your reality, you need to believe in yourself. You need to align yourself with those beliefs. You need to have an awareness about how the dynamics have formed in your life. And through this shift in how you're operating and then believing in the better of the people around you, you're going to be able to show up in a way that materializes the behaviors and the perception and the awareness of your reality that allows for you to sustain new results. The other flip side to this is that also means that if you have undesirable treatment going on in your reality, or you form negative dynamics with the people in your life or the relationships, you have to take accountability for that. And you can't just get angry at them. You can't just be mad with them and point the finger at them and start to project anger onto them and say, I can't believe you're doing this to me. And why are you treating me this way? Because you are also the cooperative component in that. Okay. So if I show you how to treat me based on what I believe and feel about myself, and you start treating me with a lack of love because I don't know my value and my worth and I don't know how to love myself, I can't really necessarily get angry at you. Am I going to take full 100% responsibility for everything that you do to me? No, but I can have a level of awareness to see how I got myself into this position to begin with. And I can forgive you and come to peace with this, grow and learn within myself, become a more stable, believing, loving version of myself, and trust that I'm able to change the dynamic between you and me. And through that actual ownership and accountability, when you really see that and that sinks in, then you're not going to find yourself getting angry with somebody or upset with the things that have unfolded. You're going to be able to see the role that you played in this based on what you believe and feel about yourself. And you're going to be able to align yourself with the focus of being that change while forgiving, moving forward, growing, and creating the relationship or the dynamic that you actually desire. When you find yourself getting angry and resentful and upset with what people have done to you, and you're not able to see how you have undervalued yourself or underprioritized yourself, and you point the full finger at them and place blame on them, you're going to find it's a lot more difficult to create the dynamic that you desire, because there does need to be accountability and ownership for how you've been showing up and the relationships you've created in your life. When you take that ownership and that accountability, you shouldn't be getting angry. Okay. You might need to process a few things. You might need to realize, like, wow, this was not the best experience. Okay, let me process the things that have occurred to me. But as soon as that processing is done, you should be able to look at yourself and say, all right, what actually occurred here? Let me adjust this within myself. Let me forgive this person. This is a growth process. Life is a growth process. And if my approach was off, then I can't really get mad at the people around me. Is it undesirable, the things that have unfolded? Yes, it is. But I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. And let me turn this into a learning process. And if you can take that approach, you're going to be really happy. Taking that approach, though, is going to really require you to focus on the beliefs you hold about yourself, though. It's not about trying to change the world around you or convince yourself that people love you and that, like, this person loves you and all these things. It's about genuinely becoming the version of yourself that has that result. Okay. And if you can place the focus dominantly onto you, your beliefs, stabilizing your nervous system, feeling good and happy with yourself, and showing up in a new way, if you show up in a new way, you're going to get new results. So be willing to let go of the past, be willing to let go of the things that have unfolded, take accountability and ownership for your beliefs and how you've been operating. And if something is important enough for you to change and you want to fix a dynamic with somebody, or you want to change a relationship, or you want to grow in a certain area of your life, take the approach that is centered around accountability, ownership, stabilizing yourself, building yourself up, letting go of the past, coming in with understanding and compassion, and continually deciding to be the change. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much. I hope you had a beautiful week. It's Friday. So I hope this weekend you have a good weekend. You make some time to stabilize your nervous system, to build yourself up. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I love you all so much. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.